Hi, welcome to my chess channel on YouTube. Thank you for visiting it. It's a chess session, not a chess lesson. There's a difference. So if I do a chess session, I cannot be told off if one's play doesn't get any better, even though there's thousands of people in Australasia better than me. Anyway, here we go with the chess session, but first I would just like to point you to how to make a cup of coffee Kiwi style, just for my entertainment at least, on YouTube. And anyway, I just want to say one thing, because it is a Friday, of course, so the 25th of May, as I've mentioned. Here is my local rugby team. Okay. So that's my local rugby team, the Crusaders, which one of my family members is very keen on. And even though the family member doesn't live in Christchurch, I won't go into details herewith. So here is this game for today, but first I would just like to show you a photo that I took again on the 15th of May earlier on at Shag Point, which is a beach area north of Palmerston, not Palmerston North but Palmerston South, in the South Island on the east coast. So here is a picture that I took there, and I learnt as a public relations officer how to take photos, but you may be the judge. But I like this photo. This is one of my favourite photos, other than just a tin can or just gravel. It's still to come. So anyway, this is a picture that I took of that beach at dusk, and it is I have the camera, which is a Samsung digital camera, not my phone, sitting on the park bench to stabilize it from movement and all that sort of stuff. So, and one, I learnt to zoom in and also to not breathe when I'm actually taking the photo, and that's quite handy when shooting the gun or using a bow and arrow and that sort of thing. Anyway, here's the game of chess. Now this is bullet, by the way, so we're on to chess now. So this is bullet chess. This was played earlier this morning at like about 12:32 a.m. Okay, so I was a bit naughty. I was playing this morning. I should be really in bed. Please hear me herewith. Do not try to emulate my play or copy my play, is what it means, because it's not very good. And I'm pretty bad at I'm pretty bad at bullet. I don't even like to say it, but he goes e4, f5. Now, first of all, my opponent must know who I am, because they're playing f5 against me, and like, that's my move. How dare they play f5? I'm only joking again. But here, white can get a big advantage by just pawn takes pawn and hanging on to the pawn, because it's no good really. I play knight f3. Now, incidentally, I've actually played against f5 in other lines, or e5 and knight f3 and f5, and then they've taken on e4 and I've went knight g5. But here in this case, I play knight here. Now, let's just go over a variation of what can happen here. Okay? Now, this is going to be just an exercise for you. I do not want to have another outtake like I've already had, because I've already done a video, but it ended up as an outtake because I put two variations in it, and there it soiled the actual main line game. So here your exercise, should you choose to accept it, is the following. It's your move, you're white, so the move that you play is kind of obvious in this situation. So what is it? It's Queen h5 check. Now, if the king was the only thing that could do anything about the check on h5, then it would be checkmate, even if it was a bishop. And even a bishop on here is of course checkmate too. Even if there's a square for the king to go to d7, and this is a bishop on f7, it's still checkmate. But here, white plays Queen h5 and g6, okay? Then, what does white play next? So, Queen h5, g6. What does white play next? White plays indeed knight g6, even though it looks a bit risky, because the pawn on the knight can come out to f6 and attack the queen on h5. So I will soon show you what I'm talking about, but at the moment I want you to just imagine you are white and you've just played Queen h5 and your opponent plays g6, only move, no other move. And then what do? Run away and hide? Possibly, because it is 1 minute chess. But you play knight takes pawn g6. And then comes the normal move, knight f6 from black's hand. Now what do you play? You merely move your queen back to h4, and then you're still threatening the rook on h8. But what happens after Queen h5, g6, knight takes pawn, knight g6 I mean, because it can take other pawns. What happens after Queen h5, g6, knight g6, h g6? Two things happen. One, white can just merely win the rook on h8 for pawn, or it's still equal pawns, isn't it? Or it's in black's favour because white's a pawn down. So can win the rook for the knight, or something even better in bullet chess especially is after Queen h5, g6, knight g6, h g6, queen g6 is checkmate. So now I'm going to show you that. The main thing being this, I'm going to show you first is white just plays back here, and as you would appreciate, if the knight is taken on g6, then the red line indicates white's next move. So, but not knight h8, because of knight h5. So here black would be probably met by this, not so much this move, because this invites d5 from black, attacking the queen again, which is annoying. So the queen will go back here. The other thing I want to show you is the other line, which is this, and you can have a look at these for yourself if you so wish. It might be a little bit too easy for you to have a look at. Is Queen h8 here, or Queen g6 checkmate. Take your pick. So I'm going to go back now, and now I'm going to go to white's move that he met from black's hand is knight f6. And I'm playing a country from Iraq or similar. Knight c3, and the play shows the same. d5. Look, I'm already getting plastered. Bishop b5. What am I doing? What do you think, Crusaders? Do you think I'm doing anything here sensible? Probably not. In fact, one of them is purportedly a subscriber of my channel. Bishop a4, e6. Look at this bulwark of pawns, if that's the correct word. So I play d4. I want to get something in the center. Bishop d6 and bishop f4. Starting to play normal chess. But still, please don't copy my play. Castle, bishop g3. a6. What? I've got to put up with this stuff. h4, b5, bishop e3. a5, threatening obvious a4 moves, winning my bishop, which is biffing my bishop, of course. a4, b4, knight e2. What else? I could go to b1, but I can't go anywhere else. Knight d7. Now here I could actually play this. If I had time to think about it, I could play this. And maybe I could annoy black some, but not really. Anyway, h5, it's not that great. h5, queen c7, and now I play knight d7. Bishop d7 and h6. Why not? That's my Russian friend saying, why not? Bishop d6, queen d6, queen d2. e5. d5, but remember this is bullet, and my play reflects same. Bishop e6, f4. I've beaten a grandmaster quite nicely and drawn with another in bullet chess, but not of late. 1 minute chess is just crazy. f4, and my opponent didn't play ef3. En passant, went queen d6, g4. What? g4? You can't play g4. Oh, I did. Now that's actually now what did I play next? You get a chocolate fish, sort of like kind of pseudo chocolate fish, because they're too expensive to buy, sort of. But you get a chocolate fish if you find my next move. Are you ready for it? That's the exercise for today. You're ready, set, go! And that was my move. And guess what? My opponent lost on time. And so that's the end of this session. So this one I actually won on time, but my position's pretty poked, really, isn't it? Let's face it. Okay, thank you very much for visiting my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will leave you with the image again of Spit Beach, or Shag Point Beach, or whatever it's called, in the South Island. And thank you very much for visiting my YouTube channel. And once again, go the Crusaders! All the best with your chess, no matter where you are with it. And I hope my chess channel for you is at least entertaining. That's what I'm trying to do. See you next time on The Muppet Show. Over and out from Tigger.